A very warm welcome to all of you students to this unique initiative taken up by SC, ST, RPI. We will be conducting the practical examinations that are part of your class 12 syllabus in physics. So today we will be starting with physics. Today we will be first trying to understand how to conduct practicals. One has to understand that in class 12, most of the times we are going to verify and revalidate some of the known laws in physics. Certain phenomena that we have already observed and theoretically validated, we are going to experimentally re-verify those results. So there is no theory is acceptable unless and until it is validated by proper experimentation. So documentation of the experimentation is also very, very important. So we will spend some time first understanding how to maintain a proper practical record in physics. So you need to have two records. One is a rough practical record and the one is a fair practical record. So the rough practical record should be accompanying you to the practical labs when you are doing the experiments. And once you have done the experiments and revalidated the theory and theoretical observations, you can put it in the fair practical record for final documentation. So what are the things that we need to have in our practical? First, we need to ensure that we have to have aim of the experiment. Because this is the most important thing. It tells the audience or you in fact validate what exactly is the experiment that you are going to conduct. What physical laws or what theoretical formulations you are going to read. So that should be stated very clearly. Second is the apparatus that is required for performing the experiment. So before starting the experiment, one needs to have a list of all those instruments or apparatus or devices that will be used for conducting the experiment. Then after apparatus required, we should elucidate the basic theoretical construct on which the experiment is based. So we should write the relevant theory accompanied by proper circuit diagram. If it's an electrical experiment, it should be accompanied with proper circuit diagram. If it's an optical experiment, then if it involves optics, then it should be accompanied with proper ray diagram. So under theory, you have the necessary formula, working formula, circuit diagram, and or relevant ray diagram. After that, you need to write down procedure, the detailed process of conducting the experiment. So that comes under the heading of procedure. So it must be written in past tense. It was conducted, it was taken, key was closed, and so on. And after the procedure, once you have conducted the experiment, you start putting the observations in an observation table. So the fifth item in your experiment will be observation table. And once you have documented all the observations in your observation table, ensure that you write the proper units of the physical quantities that you are observing, and be very clear here observation table. There should not be any mistakes or corrections that should appear on that. Finally, once you have done the observation, from the observation you draw your conclusion and do your result, put your result. So final result is usually coming under the heading conclusion. And finally, you need to understand what could be the possible sources of errors. Because every experiment, whether you like it or not, can have some errors. Maybe some systematic errors, some random errors. So a person who is a good experimenter should always keep account of the possible errors. So once you are done with that, that's the end of maintaining the records. Thank you.